Well, here's a P-Wing. Here's another one of the more interesting worlds in this game. World 5. But yeah, they're having a Ghost of Tsushima anime for 2027. At least that one can make more sense. So, yeah, Sony's trying to go all in on the multimedia thing now. Even though you didn't give us our Jack movie, you didn't give us our Sly Cooper movie, you gave us one Ratchet & Clank thing, which was more of a tie-in to the remake than anything. You gave us the Last of Us TV series, which, to be fair, that one actually works, so I'm not going to knock anything on that. That one's fine.
They also had the Gran Turismo one, which...
The Gran Turismo one was good, too. Yeah.
Just what I needed.
But, yo, why do they love Horizon so much? It's crazy how much they love that series. But yeah, like I said, I think the CEO right now is the guy who basically helped Horizon become a thing. Really loves that brand. Even though the freaking protagonist is annoying. And despite the lore building actually being kind of cool, the characters are insufferable, from what I've heard. Mostly Aloy herself.
I haven't played anything of it, so I don't know anything about it, so I just tossed it aside because it's like another open world game, so I just tossed it aside.
It also didn't do amazingly in reviews and sales because it also happened to be released the same time both of the modern Zelda games got released. Why can't I find a card? I got one! I got one! Finally! Oh, thank God! Yes! Finally! I got some cards! Fuck! We finally got one of that match! Damn you! But yeah, I don't know how much I approve of them going over a lot of... how they're trying to branch a lot of it into other multimedia brands. I mean, seems to be more of an American thing, of course. Then again, I wouldn't expect one of the Japanese-based franchises to get anything like frickin' Ape Escape or Astro Bot or Knack or...
Knack.
I'll say that. I want to say that was made by the same developers that did... No. I was going to say that's a different developer from the ones who did Astro Bot. I'd say Astro Bot, I think, was the Gravity Rush developers.
No, I'm pretty sure there were some people from that. No, I'm thinking of...
Or it could have been both. They might have been merged. That's right.
Yeah,
They got merged into Team Asobi. That's right. I forgot.
My brain was fucking with me because I heard that joke. I heard the Knack jokes from friggin' Donkey while I was watching his overview of the game stuffs.
Knack was a pretty mediocre mascot platformer, to be fair.
Almost seems like the person who made it didn't give a shit. Which, I think
Yeah.
that was Xbox?
Oh, that's a Sony franchise, Knack.
Huh.
Yeah, I say Knack is a Sony thing. That was a PS4 launch title. And because it was so mediocre, that's why it got ridiculed. Because it was mediocre as hell. Alright, so you got how the music box works. You put enemies to sleep. For 2 runs through stages, they stay asleep. I was about to say what the fuck. I forgot how the stage works. Ah, yes, another famous stage of this game. It's one of the stages that people love from this world. Despite only doing this thing once, but it's kind of cool. That's one of the things I like about Mario 3. And we failed to show it off. What the fuck? It's fine. Basically, kill that enemy with a tail whip or hit it from a block from below. Basically, it leaves the shoe behind, so you can hop into it and use it to hop on spiked things. The Goomba shoe, or as it's more famously known by a Japanese name, Karibo shoe.
Little Karibo.
I wonder if he's ever going to finish that Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series. By my understanding, apparently he's not that big on it right now. It's one of those things that, you know, people love him for it so much, that's all they know him for, and he, you know, has kind of grown out of wanting to do... He kind of just hates that he has to feel like he has to finish it now.
Yeah, I can see where.
That's why he's only been releasing like an episode every year or 2 now. Because I think he's had another... He's also having like somebody else edit it for him, I think. He's having other people edit the videos for him because he's tired of dealing with it. But, you know, sometimes over-passionate fan base can kill your passion for a thing. I get it.
Yeah. Fans are basically just freaking... Do I really want to do the fortress, or do I just...
I mean, it probably should show off every level. It's probably better to show off every level at the very least. Like I said, you get a better credit sequence if you show off every level at the very least. You don't have to even go after all the secrets. Like, we already missed all 3 of the magic whistles, so that's not a big deal.
Yeah, I care less about the secrets, it's just...
It's... In case you're curious about them anyway, all the 3 magic whistles basically take you to World 9, which is the warp zone. Basically, there are 3 whistles throughout the game. First one... Wow. Yep, you need a Tanuki tail to get up that path, by the way. But I think all it does is get you up to a corridor that has 3 lives. I think that's all it does.
Just what I needed.
But you need to be able to fly to get up there. And it's very tough to do that from here. Like, very tough. You can try if you want, but honestly, it just feels like it'd be wasting your time just trying to do it. I will just warn you now. It's tough to do.
What I needed.
Ah, shit. I forgot what I was talking about now. Son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, now I remember. But yeah, it sucks when we have a passion for something to start, and then you kind of get out of it, and you want to do something else, and your fan base is like, why do you go back to doing this again? And you're like, ugh.
This is why I'm generally not... You know, that's the thing I talked about where it's just like, sometimes it's just better to let a series sleep than just be revived.
Yep.
Or deal, because like, oh, I want more of the stuff.
A lot of creators don't look back at their old works fondly, sometimes.
Yeah.
Or that's what you're famous for. It's like...
It's a product of its time, and then... I like to imagine it's just the violent minority.
Yeah.
The very vocal minority who just don't know when to shut up.
Uh-huh. Don't blame me. Team 4-Star still gets that too. People asking why you guys aren't continuing through UbiSoft, even though they explained it plenty of times already. Blame freaking lawyers. I think Little Karibo had to deal with a bit of that too, but not nearly as badly as Team 4-Star did, because apparently Toei Animation are freaking dicks.
Yeah.
Which does not surprise me. That's why it took us forever to get, well, for those that cared, the dub for Dragon Ball Super. Dubs take forever because Toei Animation wants to fucking monopolize it. That's why the movie's English dub releases took forever, because Toei wants to monopolize it. Did I just waste my star on this? Fuck. Oh cool, I got another 8-way! Oh yeah, it did remind me, they did finally start releasing the dub of Dragon Ball Daima.
I had no interest in Daima, so...
I'm at least gonna watch through it just to see. I mean, you know, initial reveal kind of turned me off, but, you know, actually watching the first episode, I'm starting to understand the concept a little more now. And it does feel like Dragon Ball Daima is kind of used as an excuse to be like, try to be a bridge between Z and the other future series, and they want to... It seems like they're trying to use the opportunity to try to cover some of the lore and plot holes a little bit as well. I know some people have said it's trying to retcon some things, yet some of those people have been saying that don't know the depths of the series. Funny.
Yeah, good luck with retconning. Good luck with retconning it.
I would think that the people doing it would actually know the material and would take the time to talk about a lot of the things in it. I mean, maybe they're making up answers Toriyama may not have come up with, but you know, at least they're trying to logically continue the story in a way.
It does feel kind of weird, though, continuing this without Toriyama.
I mean, that's what Toyotaro's basically been there for. Basically, the protege, he's been there basically to take his place.
Well, at least there's someone there.
Yeah.
So...
Like, that was kind of the point of introducing Toyotaro. That's why he was primarily the one involved with Super, I think. It just, I think, Akira Toriyama, I think, was advising him on a lot of stuff for that. But that was primarily Toyotaro's work. I know Toriyama had more involvement in the anime, especially after they did the first 2 movies in the anime. And they were animated so poorly. He basically was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys have to treat this with a lot more respect. Take the time to actually animate this well. Because again, he only wanted the Super to be a thing because the Dragon Ball Evolution movie was so bad. He wanted to leave the legacy of the series on more than just that.
Yeah.
When you think about it, Dragon Ball Evolution is the only reason the Dragon Ball series has continued to begin with.
Thanks, Evolution.
You'll have one of our series to continue to live on, for better or for worse. Kind of mixed on both ends, though. On one end, at least Dragon Ball Z still continues to live on. And we're still getting some good products here and there. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Ball Raging Sparking Zero, depending on who you ask. Dragon Ball Super, depending on who you ask. Dragon Ball Daima, definitely depending on who you ask. You know, at least it's living on and still being memorable for people.
Yeah.
Remake Dragon Ball! Oh god, you know what? I don't think he should. Honestly, original Dragon Ball is fine. Now I think about it, original Dragon Ball, I don't think it's... I was gonna say, I don't think it has any filler.
If we're talking on the manga...
Like a couple... Like the actual, like, anime, I think, like, only a couple episodes that are filler. But it's not like an arc that's filler or anything. Like, really, the only filler is, like, a couple episodes here or there. I've honestly thought about watching Dragon Ball again.
I've only read through it.
Yeah, I mean, the original Dragon Ball is only, like, 152 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did think of a filler part. The very ending of Dragon Ball. It's like a 2 or 3 episode arc that's filler. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's basically more of a, it was basically more of a bridge to basically tease basically the big twist part of the Dragon Ball manga becoming its own anime Dragon Ball Z.
Huh.
They basically came up with another arc just to end the series on to basically, you know, lead up to Chi-Chi and Goku getting married.
Ah. Okay, so it's something at least.
Yeah. Because I said, I don't think that was a part of the manga. I think it was like basically after that tournament, basically Goku let Piccolo run off, and then pretty much, I think it goes on to basically Raditz after that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's also technically the first Dragon Ball Z movie, which is also a prequel to the Dragon Ball Z series. The one that actually had,
Bardock?
That was something I think after the Frieza saga. That was like a prequel movie they came up with. I don't know, a lot of people are a big fan of that, apparently. How it just basically says, oh, that Bardock's a legendary Super Saiyan, oh, this is so cliche. I mean... And he happened to fight the ancestor of Frieza. I'll admit, it is kind of dumb.
Ah.
There was actually, like, an original Dragon Ball Z movie that came before the anime started. You remember that Garlic Jr. arc in Dragon Ball Z? They used that water to basically corrupt everybody?
Yeah.
The first movie was basically his original appearance. Where the actual the anime is the filler arc. And you won't really understand it in full unless you see that first movie. And the first of the Dragon Ball Z movies is the only one considered canon until, well, Battle of the Gods. Because I think all the others are basically not canon. So, yep, no Broly movie, no Cooler movie, no, dang, I keep forgetting they had 3 Broly movies.
Yeah.
The second and third were bad. Videl tried to fight fucking Broly. Oh, who thought that was a good idea? Oh my god. So dumb. Then again, the third one mainly starred Trunks and Goten. Even better. I'm trying to remember if that was the movie that had a Hitler show up in it. That was either that or the 12th Dragon Ball Z movie. The only one that people really liked. That might be the 11th. I don't get. I know the only one people really liked is, or at least the villain they liked a bit, Janemba.
Oh yeah, Fusion Reborn.
Yeah, that was the 12th one, I think.
People like that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that one, so I would know. Because that was the,
And that was the actual introduction to Gogeta.
Yep.
Which didn't really become canon until...
Super, I think?
Yeah, I was gonna say GT, but... Yeah, Super.
Super.
Well, then again, apparently, Daima has officially made GT canon, to my understanding. it kind of feels rough to explain exactly because of, you know, everything in Super, but you know what? Not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about it. Oh yeah, I was trying to think. I think another, I think there was supposed to be a movie based on one of the UbiSoft properties. Hey, guess what? That got canceled too.
Gee, I wonder why.
Like, man, that really is such a big thing. Like, yo, I really wonder, is 2025 going to be the year we're going to see Ubisoft disappear? What the? Oh, you hit the spiny. Okay, I was going to say, I thought you died jumping on the block. I would have been pissed.
How harsh would it be to say I hope Ubisoft goes down?
You know, with how they've been, they had to now friggin' delay Assassin's Creed Shadow again. Like, man, it seems like they're trying to make this project their lifeline. This has to work, and I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, it won't.
The delays are honestly just making it worse.
And after all the damage they've basically done.
Yeah, then again, I think it was apparently going to originally release at the same time Monster Hunter Wilds was.
Yeah, that would have been death sentence.
I want to say there's something else in March coming too, but I don't know exactly what. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think there's another game release that's supposed to come that could ruin it. But yeah, their GM has completely ruined them. Absolutely, their GM has frickin' ruined them.
Yeah, it's like, what's his face needs to, like, be axed now.
I know recently they had some frickin' like... Oh yeah, they had an NFT game get released lately. Oh, right, you have to particularly jump on them, you can't just run over them.
That's fun.
Yeah, I forgot they had an NFT game released recently. And look who showed up back in it, Rayman. Why can't you give us a real game with Rayman? God damn it. Oh,
They
right,
couldn't.
you guys suck.
Oh, yeah. Because you guys destroyed the entire studio that actually made your good games.
Yup, that too. Like, man. The fact they had to hire frickin' like, investing analysts to basically tell them what to do with the company, because they definitely want to sell it. Like, yo. It's so bad. To think they were really, like, they were one of the biggest gaming publishers when Assassin's Creed was big. It's like, after Assassin's Creed 4, you could start to see them falling apart.
I could argue after Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Or maybe what came first? Because I think it started, I want to say, as soon as Far Cry, I want to say 5 maybe, or 4?
And Far Cry 3, I think came out around the time Assassin's Creed 4 did. I want to say Rayman Legends was around that time too.
Yeah, Legends was around that time.
It was after that.
It was around that period. That is around that period.
That was when they were still good, but then sometime after that, once they started just focusing on nothing but Far Cry and Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
And sadly, Watch Dogs is in a way the beginning of the end. That was an interesting concept ruined by cookie cutter Ubisoft game design.
Yeah.
That was it! That was it. Watch Dogs. That was the movie that got canceled. Yep. There we go. Going through that reminded me. But you know, that's sad. Ah, these blocks. You know, that would be one of the more interesting series for them to continue if they did that. It actually has some differences compared to freaking Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. It's basically just... Far Cry just felt like first-person Assassin's Creed. But with guns?
It's a first-person shooter,
Yeah, but it's
it's
Assassin's
open-world first-person shooter is what it is.
Where frickin' Assassin's Creed is a third-person action game. You would think stealth would be a part of it.
You know what's funny? Because I was watching. You know what's funny? Because I was watching a video talking about, you know, respecting the original Assassin's Creed and talking about how the original game actually did emphasize stealth pretty well.
Yeah.
And then the second game onward kind of tossed it out the window.
They went more for the action. And maybe they had the thing of like the stealth kills. That was about it.
Yeah.
Like, man, these blocks. Like, it definitely was irritating, some of the design choice they made. I've never played an Assassin's Creed game. I've watched my brother play through a lot of one, though.
I played a bit of 1 and 2 in Revelations. And 3. That's it.
Yeah, I know 2 is debatably the best one, although 4 depends on... That's another one that depends who you ask about 4.
Yeah.
It's not really fully Assassin's Creed anymore, but it does have good gameplay
It's a good
stuff in
game,
it.
it's just... It's not an Assassin's Creed game.
God damn it! Yeah. Then again, I want to talk about Ubisoft disasters and more that spelled the end for them. Skull and Bones. You know, that might be really what's doing them in. Skull and Bones in particular. Because, if you think about it, that game's been in development for like 8 or 9 years. That was their... I think that was them trying to capitalize on basically doing more of the pirate stuff from frickin' Assassin's Creed 4.
Yep.
But then I guess they couldn't. Playing as the... Damn it! As the final product has shown. No, apparently they couldn't. Because Ubisoft got in the way of developing a good game.
Of course, leave it to Ubisoft.
It did have the opportunity to be something good. And, well... I don't really want to defend them, but I'll say this. They haven't developed a game that's been bad. It's just... It's either been, like, good or mediocre.
The problem is
it's been a lot of mediocrity.
It's what you'd expect out of Ubisoft.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, on top of that, they've only made one type of game for God knows how long.
Except for the one they decided to shut down the studio that made it.
Yep.
Fucking dicks. I guess, too, technically you want to count the Rabbids Mario games.
Yeah.
Which I guess technically count. I guess that studio's still around, technically.
Yeah, but I don't know how long it's going to be around till, because something tells me...
Yeah.
With how...
Yeah, how they've been. I mean... And yet, they've had the misfortune of their games actually being reviewed poorly and people not buying them. Unlike Activision with Assassin's Creed. Wow. I meant Call of Duty, obviously! Yes, Activision made freaking Assassin's Creed. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Creators of the hit series Assassin's Creed.
Pay $3 to be able to learn this assassination technique. Oh, God. Oh, you want a quick travel? That'll be $5 for the quick travel system. God damn it!
God, don't even...
Oh, God, I know. I only thought about that because apparently, I learned the budget for Call of Duty games for actually making them is insane. Like, you think some of the Sony games cost like $150, $200 million insane? Apparently the most expensive Call of Duty game that they've made so far has been Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Over $700 million. That's insane!
Yeah.
That expensive. My God.
Apparently I heard that was also one of the good ones, too.
Well, the two most recent ones were like 350 and 400 million, respectively, I think.
That's still too much for something good.
And they're also very poorly optimized. And again, it's kind of what happens when you have freaking like 10 or 12 different companies working on it. I mean, the game still plays and works well for what it is, but, you know, a lot of the systems in place and, you know, the file size. In a way, it's kind of amazing that the games to work as well as they do. Like, it's such an unoptimized mess. Yet it still works well, plays well, is fun. It's just, how do you have to do this much work to make it this? Feels like you shouldn't need to spend this much on it.
The fact that it's that much gigs is what throws me for a loop. It's like, that's a core... Like, I mean, most normal people don't have that kind of...
It's part of what, I guess, makes it so they can release it annually. You know, they usually made up the money, because people... It's been the highest selling frickin' video game for, like, almost every year.
Yeah.
Only Grand Theft Auto 5 has been rivaling it lately, because people just go out of the way to buy new copies just to get the shark card points for GTA Online, and then they don't bother with the fucking game.
Yep.
That's the only reason it's still consistently selling. Because you get the shark cards for cheaper just buying GTA 5 with it. It's a way to artificially raise sales. It's really stupid. And it's all the people wasting their money on that shit that honestly feels worse. That's why I'm scared for GTA 6.
Yeah.
You know, I really am. I want to say they haven't released a game since GTA 5. I forgot Red Dead 2 was a thing. Then again, that also now more supports Red Dead Online more than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, the sandbox thing is it's a pretty cool thing they have, but don't victimize your single player games for that.
Just what I needed.
The problem is Rockstar can get away with it because two reasons. One, that's the only game they make, and two, which is the more important thing, is they don't release them super often compared to UbiSoft, which releases them dime a dozen.
Well, they can release ports for a shitload of money and people will buy it.
Exactly.
Like re-releasing GTA 5 twice. At least the Xbox One PS4 version, they actually added some things to that so it made more sense. The PS5 Series X version was purely just a cash grab. Purely a cash grab. And yet people are mad that frickin' Red Dead Redemption 2 hasn't gotten a PS5 Pro enhanced version.
Is it really gonna... After seeing the, whatchamacallit, the donkey video on that, I just laugh.
Oh, what, on Red Dead 2, or?
No, the PS5 Pro thing.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
seen that video?
It's weird how much of the games actually look worse through it. The ones they advertise look better. The ones they don't, you're better off playing a regular PS5. Like, ugh. You know, I would have considered getting a PS5 Pro if it wasn't so freaking clunky like that, and the freaking price wasn't so expensive. If only I didn't have such a backlog on my Xbox. It's a lot that I would lose if I go to Sony and I have to buy stuff over again if I'm only going to go through that. That's another argument to have for the PC crowd. Buy it once. As long as you have a computer, you get to keep it, basically.
Yep.
As long as they don't delist it, of course. Well, even if they delist it, if you bought it, you can download it, typically.
Yeah. Unless you're on Steam, in which case it's a license thing.
That's right.
If you're on GOG, on the other hand...
Yeah, I keep bringing that's why I feel like GOG. That's something I have to look into. If I was going to get games on PC, I should probably go through GOG.
Yeah.
And at least Epic Store does have free games. I've only bought like 4 games through friggin' Steam, I think, ever.
Like, I haven't touched up from Epic, mostly because I just keep getting free games from it, but it's just kind of... It feels like a losing battle with that.
Yeah. Somebody does have to go try to compete with Steam, though, to be fair. Sounds like Microsoft might be trying to do that, actually.
I wish GOG had more, whatchamacallit, recognition, because that could be the only legitimate one I can think of, because... Oh, what's that? You make licenses? We just give you the fucking game, actually, you can own it forever. You're not at the mercy of a license.
Yep. Where Steam games, they have to, like, check the license when you're playing it, which is kind of annoying.
Yep.
I say, I don't think a lot of them you can play offline.
Yeah. And if the publisher takes it offline, guess what? The game goes with you, and, well, tough shit if you bought it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm trying to think the only games I bought on there. I think it's only 3 I can think of majorly. I got... Because I've also played on consoles. The only 3 games I bought were, Stanley Parable, because that was always on at the time, and I really wanted to play it. Undertale, because that was always on at the time, and it was while I was like, fuck it, I'll play it. And the other one was Dust and Lazy Tale, which I haven't played yet, but I got it on sale for like $2. I was like, oh, alright. I know people really like that one. Or at least, the niche crowd really does like it that played it.
I liked it.
Yeah. I definitely want to play. I think people really praise the writing for it. Is that a fucking condor? It's an albatross. It doesn't matter. Can you restore him? Did you take his eggs or something? I didn't know a king would lay eggs. God damn it. Just get up there, Mario. I think people praise the writing of that game. Or at least like the character interactions, maybe.
I like the animation style of it.
The animation style does look pretty nice. Yeah, it seems to be what a lot of Metroidvanias are doing to stand themselves out. They're doing very nice animation work. I forgot another one of the bigger frickin' indie titles recently was 9 Souls. Oh, you can probably guess what kind of game it is. Metroidvania Souls-like. I did realize that Another Crab's Treasure was on Game Pass. I am planning on trying to play that at some point.
I was thinking about that one.
Wait, didn't you say you played that one, or...?
I was thinking about considering it, but...
Oh, okay. Oh, I was thinking... Oh, there's another crab game you played, I think. That was...
Call it Crab Champions.
Oh, that was it. Okay, okay. Never mind, never mind. Damn it, mixed them up. I forgot. They changed some of the Game Pass quests. You have to get Game Pass points a certain way now. Instead of making it, you only had to play like 3 different Game Pass games a week. Now you have to play 8, like, every month to get, like, the most points or whatever. So I've been exploring the library. Oh, yes, Roy Koopa, another one of the annoying frickin' Koopalings. Also, if you lose, against the Koopaling, the airship escapes. Thankfully, because all the stages stay cleared, you don't have to worry about that majorly in this version of the game. You just have to run where the airship is. However, you didn't beat all the stages. You may have to beat a stage to be able to get back to the airship. The thing that really sucks in the original versions of the game, All Stars and NES, if you basically get a game over, all the stages you cleared are uncleared, and the airship is caught between stages you have to beat again? Well, sucks to be you.
What I needed.
Again, Game Boy Advance version makes things easier without making it feel like it's like gimping everything. It's not making it easier for the sake of just trying to make it for babies. It makes it feel like it's not wasting as much of your time. And you repeat doing stuff again. Besides, you want to do it? You want to play the old way? Play All Stars in the original NES version, guys. Come on. Okay, yeah. Because I know I was looking through a lot of my Game Pass library trying to think of things to do. I remember I haven't gone through Hi-Fi Rush yet. I'm trying to do that again.
I still need, well, I had to get back to it after I finished Final Fantasy 12.
Right. Oh, you didn't beat the game yet?
No. I was trying to do the high-end runs, which was a mistake. At least at the beginning anyway, since you don't really have any...
Maybe, it made me realize finally, freaking Hi-Fi Rush feels honestly a lot like Devil May Cry, kind of. At least the combat style and stuff.
Because a lot of the people that worked on that game were part of Platinum and,
Yeah, that makes
what the hell's the guy's name again?
Shinji Mikami.
Yeah, because they were all
Yeah,
part
I
of
thought it was
Mikami's
like,
team, so...
He was like, you know, this makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
It's a more casual, lighthearted version of those games, though, which, you know, makes it feel more appealing, honestly. It's much more lighthearted fare. Where Devil May Cry and, well, definitely Bayonetta are incredibly intense.
Well, I wouldn't say Devil May Cry is super intense, because...
I would say Bayonetta is, I would say. At least from what I tried to play. Bayonetta later on just gets brutal.
Yeah.
Either that or I'm just not good at those games.
Yes?
God damn it. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I did almost die in Hi-Fi Rush a couple times. And I stopped playing Bayonetta 1 because I kept dying to a boss because like the 10th or 11th stage had like 2 bosses in a row. The second one kept killing me. Like, fuck,
I say it as a joke, but when you try going for max ranks in those games, it can get kind of bullshit.
Yeah, even just trying to casually go through it. I was trying to avoid using healing items, I figured I'd need them later. And even when I would use a healing item, I'd still die, I'd get very discouraged. Freaking ticking me off, so I stopped playing it. Thought I'd go back to it eventually, but no. At least Hi-Fi Rush feels...
Hi-Fi Rush also has the bad benefit of, you know, good generous retrying, so you can quit and retry.
Yeah, thankfully I have a good sense of rhythm, so it makes things easier. That's the only problem. I still have to get in the groove of trying to remember to dodge attacks. If you hear an enemy getting ready to attack or see something, don't focus on attacking, try to dodge, idiot! Thank you for saving me, ho ho ho! Fuck you! Thanks for getting cold, fuckhead. Go to the ice world, there are things trapped ice you can get rid of with fire. I finally told you something relevant! Here's a cloud.